and welcome to the Geek Show. And today we're going to be talking about the whale / what we do in the shadows.
Yeah, it's a bit of a mashup, isn't it?
So today I'm joined with Rose. We were meant to join with Devon, but unfortunately she can't make it.
Yeah,
today.
she's currently fighting Scottish Power right now.
Exactly.
Hashtag fight the power.
Yeah, I know. It's a bit of an interesting one, that, but we won't bore you with that story. Okay, so we're gonna. So as we're saying, wow, my brain's just not in it today.
Yeah.
We're gonna. This is why I just can't do radio as a professional thing. Thank goodness it's the hobby. So we're gonna change it up because we feel like sometimes we lose track of what we're talking about and kind of lose our way.
Yeah, just a little bit.
So
Says the person that did like a 2-hour-long Buffy episode.
listen, there was 4 of us and it was during the summer and we had nothing better to do this afternoon.
That's true. Like, we were doing a lot of experimentation.
We just sat and talked about Buffy at my flat's dining table, and somehow 2 hours later we went, oh, we're still recording. So that's kind of what happened there.
To be fair, I feel like that's what kind of happens on this show anyway. Like, we just tend to babble on and pray that our listeners just don't give up.
It should be called the Geek Show. It should be called the Absolute Nonsense Show that
Coffee
happens to have a bit of nerd stuff in there.
Yeah, I think we've settled into our ways now, and let's be honest, we've done like 4 years of this, so let's not like change it.
Exactly. Okay, so as I was saying, so we're gonna do this part is gonna be just a like introduction. Then part 2 will be about the whale. Part 3 will be what we do in the shadows, and then part 4 will just be a roundup of everything.
Yeah. I mean, it's just kind of one of those things. So
we thought we'd start off with something interesting that happened to you this week.
Yeah, I know, because we do like to just chat a little bit before we actually get into our geek stuff. Honestly, this week has been a little bit of a mess in the sense that I have learned that my dissertation is nowhere near the place it needs to be, and also I had a horrible customer at work, you know.
Oh, the customer store is an interesting one.
Yeah,
Would you like to expand on that?
Basically, I had someone snap their fingers at me and demand that I look them in the eye while they told me their story, and I was just like, okay, Charles Dickens. And it's just that way that they weren't there to have their problems fixed. They were there to take their anger out of me. So shout out to that customer. You made my day so much worse.
Yeah.
What about you, anything interesting happen?
Not really, to be honest.
Yeah, we're just kind of living this uni lifestyle now where we're basically just stuck in uni work.
Unless it's uni, it's not really much. Mandalorian season 3 started. That was always a bonus.
I haven't actually watched that yet because, of course, I had to watch What We Do in the Shadows in preparation for this week's show, but
like I say,
this weekend I'll break it out.
Exactly, got a little bit of a girl grew back in my life.
You know how
so
you're coming
cute.
around
There's
to
one
mine?
scene especially.
You know how you're coming out to mine on Saturday to watch the Scream? We're doing a quick little Scream marathon thing. Well, 1 to 3 anyway.
Exactly.
We could do it Sunday morning, like wake up and watch The Mandalorian season 3 episode 1.
I won't say no to more girl glue.
I mean, I know it'll be a rewatch for you, but like, you know how, did you ever have this thing?
It's only like 37 minutes or something.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, we can do this.
Yeah.
You know, like when you were a kid, did you ever do that thing where you would come down and watch like your favourite TV show and eat cereal?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's just I don't know why, but that's always a classic memory for me, so why not? Let's just do that.
That's
We've watched some horror movies, some horror /slasher / whodunit.
Horror /slasher. That's like a new she sells on. I just butchered that.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm talking about. That's like the new version. It's a horror version.
Christina would be so disappointed in us right now. We took all these vocal lessons and we're just for us to do basic tongue twisters.
No, that's the word. Tongue twister. I couldn't remember the word for it.
Can you not remember the word? Oh wow.
No.
Yeah, weird disappointments.
I think it's more of a brain twister, that one for me.
Gonna get a sticker for my laptop that says I'm a disappointment and I accept that.
Alright, on that depressing note, shall we move on to our next song?
Yeah, so what's our next song?
It is Safe and Sound by Capital Cities.
Okay, let's have a listen.
Hello and welcome back to the Geek Show. Apologies if you couldn't really hear me last time. We don't know what's happened, but we think the mic numbering system has kind of gone a bit
haywire.
Yeah, so my mic, we thought I was either 1 or 2, Rose being the other one. I think I was 3, so I wasn't on, so I thought just like a wee echo in the background, like a little ghost.
Yeah, because like my mic's I think their mic's here directional, so...
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Don't worry, our YouTube listeners won't know what the hell we're talking about, so that's fine.
Yeah, I kind of forget that they'll probably sit there going, what? It's like the music. Do they just like, do you think they can like play on their own music? I don't know, probably not. They were like, what music taste do they got? Doesn't I'll delve into that.
Yeah.
Right, anyway, so
Mic drama over.
we're going to move on to the film called The Whale. Now, we
Yes.
both saw this at separate times.
Yeah, which is actually kind of weird. I mean, I went and seen it with my mum because, like, she was like, "Hey, I've got a spare ticket. You want to come and watch it?" I was like, "Sure." I've heard it's nominated for a couple of Oscars, and I'm not gonna lie, it absolutely destroyed me mentally. Like, it's probably one of the first movies I've ever been to where I turned around at the end because, like, see when the credits go, like, the lights come off immediately. Like, they don't give you like 5 minutes to like compose yourself.
Oh,
in
it's
the
literally
dark.
like someone's turned on like your bedroom light when you've just woken up and you're just like squinting like light.
Yeah,
to
it's
get
the
the
first
light.
time I've actually looked around and I've seen people wiping their eyes in the cinema, and I found myself crying like halfway through. Like, it was really weird. I mean, I know you didn't have that reaction per
Yeah,
se.
I didn't cry.
You were sad, right? You were a complete sociopath, right?
Yeah, it pulled the heartstrings.
Yeah,
I don't cry very often at films.
yeah.
But then I do cry at random films that I don't know why I'm crying at. So,
Do you kind of laugh at films if they've kind of got a certain nostalgia to them?
huh?
Like, if like something you used to watch as a kid with someone.
No, it's usually when the dog dies.
Ah.
It's the humans, I'm like, nah, unless you're one of my favourite characters.
I
yeah.
mean, I'm happy
But
to know
dog.
that, I'm happy to know you won't cry at my funeral, but you'll definitely bawl your eyes out, Tilly.
I mean,
That awkward pause says it all.
can confirm nor deny that one.
Anyway, what was your thoughts on the story?
I really liked it. I think I kind of knew what happened in it before I went to see it because it's a play. I'd read into it because lots of little articles wrote about it and stuff. I enjoyed it. I was worried it was gonna wow, my brain's just fries. I thought it was gonna drag sometimes or like be quite slow because
Yeah.
I saw that it was like nearly 2 hours. Was it just 2 hours?
2 hours, yeah.
And I was thinking of the plot, going, oh, it's not like it's quite a thin-ish plot,
Mhm.
but it didn't. It did fly by. Actually, I
Yeah.
was very happy to.
It's weird, a lot of
See.
film people keep saying are getting longer, but I'm not feeling they're getting longer, which is always a good sign. Like, I'm not
exactly.
looking at my watch.
Do you know the weirdest thing is? Do you ever like watch films when you're watching your kid and you realise just how short they are?
Oh yeah, like I must have
And they
the
felt
attention span of a dog at that point.
yeah, and they felt like hours and hours when you were younger, and you watched them, they're just like done.
Yeah.
You're like, what?
I mean, I think The Whale isn't a story you should go into if you're feeling a bit sensitive and not quite there.
If you're a sensitive soul,
If you're sensitive,
avoid at all costs.
Exactly. I mean, me personally, I think it's a bit of a shame that it isn't nominated for the Oscar.
Yeah, the film itself's not.
Yeah, I mean, I know there's Brendan Fraser and who was the
Hong
other-
Chow is up for Best Supporting Actress.
And on, is that the
It's the
his
nurse,
friend? Yeah.
yeah.
Honestly, she probably deserves it
Mhm.
because there was some amazing. I think the thing is nobody in the story was giving like half-baked
Hearted
half-baked
yeah.
performances. It
Even-
all felt very real.
Even the delivery guy.
Oh yeah, it was really like. I mean, I kind of don't like his part in the story.
Oh no, I know, but he didn't even feel like a half-hearted character. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even like the tiny little bit he was in.
I mean, I also feel like it's the sort of film you shouldn't watch if you have got a bit of an upset stomach and you're not feeling 100% well. You might throw up in the cinema.
Oh, I'm just like, wait, what? But I just realised
Like,
what
you
you're
know
talking.
what I mean?
Yeah, what
Like,
you mean?
If
Yeah.
you're feeling a bit sick, don't go and watch it because it'll probably make you throw up. 'Cause
So if
at
you're
some
sad,
point-
ill, got attention span the length of a teaspoon, avoid.
yeah, avoid basically. Like, I think that's the thing is like, you shouldn't watch it if you're sensitive. That's the thing is because there were some points like it was weird. You know that scene where he's eating all the food, like he's under some sort of food binge.
Yeah, near the end.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that was probably the most distressing and disgusting scene I've ever seen.
Oh, do you know the worst bit about it for me was I was frantically having a one-on-one battle with my Pringles can because I couldn't get the last Pringle.
Nice.
I was like, where is it? This scene's coming on. David comes to see with David. She was like in tears, and I was like, where's the last Pringle?
I mean, I've got to give it to the production team and all that for producing, like, making Brendan Fraser look the way he did.
Yeah, it was a mix of prosthetics and CGI.
Yeah, and I know people were arguing that it should have been someone that was a similar way. I think they did say they tried out that and they just couldn't get the chemistry right. or
Yeah,
something.
I think he was perfectly casted.
Yeah, and I also
I
just
can't
think,
imagine anybody else ever doing that role.
Yeah, and also I don't think this is a film that glorifies obesity, but I
No.
don't think it pokes fun at it.
No.
either.
It's
it's-
like they properly delve into the reason why he is the way he is right now because of.
yeah.
Without, are we doing spoilers or?
Let's do spoilers. Why not?
Spoiler alert! Without obviously delve into the, the fact his boyfriend, died and he became, mentally distressed.
Yeah. I think it doesn't justify it, but it explains it.
Yeah.
Because, to me, I felt the whole movie was being at someone's wake the whole time, because you knew that he was going to die.
Oh yeah, you knew that at the end he was not good to be alive.
No.
I just kind of repeated what you said, but just a different
way. I also felt
worse.
It's actually a bit of a way of, it was like watching a slow suicide, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I know, because the fact he just wouldn't go to the hospital and stuff.
Yeah, it was this whole, I feel like it was a kind of feeling like he felt like he deserved it.
Yeah, no, I get you. It does feel like that, doesn't it?
Anyway, let's chat a little bit about the side characters, because obviously Brendan Fraser is on screen for the most, actually for every single part really, apart from when he's out of the room, what people would chat about him.
Yeah.
What did you think of the side characters? I think they really they were sort of a motif to the whole thing.
I thought they were great. I thought, what's his daughter's name again? What's Eddie Singh's character's called again?
Oh, I can't remember. I just call her the daughter.
Yeah, anyway, his daughter, she annoyed me, but you're obviously meant to find her.
You're meant to find her annoying.
Yeah, but I don't know. There's something about this. It just grated me.
She just was horrible.
Yeah, she was unnecessarily horrible, even at the end, till the end. I was I get the start, but yeah, I thought she maybe would have softened a little bit over it, but
no, by the end she was just as horrible as when she started.
Yeah.
And her mother was, I don't know, I felt like she was just a softer case of the daughter.
Yeah.
She had her horrible moments as well, and then the conversation that she had with him, where they're just chatting about what a monster their daughter is, which I'm sure is something my parents do all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I really felt that was a real couple who divorced.
Yeah.
And I felt like he definitely still loved her.
Yeah.
But not in that way.
Platonically, I guess.
Platonically, best friends. Maybe not best friends.
No.
Talking about best friends, the nurse character, she was fantastic.
Nice we slide into that.
Yeah, talking about best friends, she was fantastic.
She was great, and I get why she's up for the Best Supporting Actress nomination.
Yeah, and see that scene where he's choking? That was probably the scariest scene for me, because he's massive, compared to her.
I was looking at my watch going, I can't be the end or is it?
No, but yeah, that way you're looking at it going, what?
Oh, I just started. What's going on?
Yeah, why is he choking his food? Is he going to be a story about how she used to cover up the body or something like that?
I did work out though that she was probably going to be the sister of his ex-boyfriend.
Yeah, I think you're always trying to figure out in the movie,
I worked out most of the stuff that happened. Going into it. I don't know if that's just, I'm quite good at recognising patterns though, or I don't know if it was obvious.
Yeah, I think it's a movie that you kind of need to mull over afterwards.
Yeah.
My mum sat in the car for 10 minutes afterwards, just wiping the tears away from her eyes, oh my god. But I personally didn't think originally that the whole missionary and Jesus metaphors needed to be in there. Until you kind of realise that the whole... Okay, maybe you don't agree with me this one, but I think this is basically just a modern retelling of Jonah and the Whale.
No, I'm not going to lie, I don't really know that story.
Okay, so I went to Christian camp for a reason.
Strap yourself in, everyone, you're going to get a Bible story.
Basically, Jonah gets eaten by the whale, and then he has to save himself by making the whale throw up.
Nice.
That's the short retelling of the story. Obviously, there's a whole lot of other stuff goes on, but if you think about it, the whale is kind of almost like his mental health sort of thing, and he gets almost consumed by it, and he's surrounded by all this fat basically, and then by the end of it, the whale throws him up and he goes up into heaven.
Oh.
Which that look in your face, that was the look.
I don't know if I, but see the way that he died. It just kind of. It was an interesting one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought he was going to just die, but he kind of just floats off, and then it just ends, and I was just oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it's just it's a great movie, and you can definitely see why it's got some of the nominations it has. I personally think it deserves a lot more.
It's not for Best Picture though.
Which I think is quite sad.
I know, because there's 10 categories.
It ticks the boxes for Oscar. I hate to say this, but Oscar nominations tend to be very paint by numbers.
Yeah, because there's another film that I watched, After Sun, which has one of the Best Actor nominations for Paul Mescal, but the actual film itself's not for nomination, which is nuts, because it is really good. It's a really good film.
Anyway, I think that kind of wraps up.
Yeah. I was really abrupt, okay. Do you think it should get the Oscar for Brendan Fraser?
I think he's up against some really great competition. But I definitely think he's probably going to win it.
I think he's going to win it. But
I think he's going to win it.
Is he my top choice?
Oh no, we all know.
Got loyalties for Banshees
We all
and Sharon.
know, yeah, you've got weird loyalties. That's all I'm saying.
And you won't watch the film.
My mum and dad have already given me their review.
Do you listen to your parents?
Yes. So people quite tease me for this, but I will listen to my parents because they pay for my food and money and...
Pay for your money?
Pay for my
Pay
money.
for...
You know.
Really?
They house
No,
me.
they actually have like a secret money laundering business, just print it all out in the background.
Yeah, basically. No, we do not own a business, a money laundering service, just in case the police are listening in.
Right, well,
Anyway, let's end that section now before we say anything else incriminating.
okay, so now we're going to play Never Let Me Down Again by Depeche Mode.
Cool.